بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Today, my dear students, we are going to begin unit number 2 with the title of Rags to Riches. The first exercise with us today is listen and discuss. Question number 1. Talk about a person who went from not having much money to being wealthy. You can think about someone in your community or someone you know who was very poor or who came from a very poor family, but now he is wealthy or he is very rich. In our Saudi community or Saudi society, we can think about a lot of businessmen like Abdurrahman al-Rajhi, like الشيخ صالح كامل, like Muhammad Abdul Latif Jamil, and so on. You can think about a lot of people who came from very poor families, but now they are very rich. Question number 2. What qualities do you think a person needs to excel in life and be successful? What do you think about the person and his qualities that enable him to be successful in the society? Do you think this person should be active, should be energetic, should be hardworking, okay, should be intelligent or smart? This person should be with a high level of education, or he may not have higher education. This person should have mental skills, have physical skills, okay? What qualities do you think they enable the person to be successful in the society, or enable him to improve the status or the conditions of his life, okay? Now, we are going to read and listen about some examples of people who were very poor, but now they are very rich or wealthy. We are going to listen. Let's start.
Amancio Ortega. Worth $31 billion. Industry: retail clothing. Country of citizenship: Spain. Amancio Ortega is the founder and chairman of a company that owns many stores, including the enormously popular international clothing store, Zara. Now Spain's richest man, Ortega is the son of a railroad worker and had no formal higher education. When Ortega was 13, he worked as a delivery boy for a shirt maker and later became the manager of a clothing store. He began making clothing in his living room and selling it to local stores. Ortega had an ability to predict what styles were going to be popular and to create these styles with inexpensive materials. In 1975, Ortega opened his first Zara store. Zara gained a reputation for selling designer fashions at reasonable prices. Today, Ortega's company has more than 4,000 stores in 71 countries. Sheikh Abdul Latif Jamil. Worth $5.1 billion. Industry: business. Country of citizenship: Saudi Arabia. A great philanthropist and prominent businessman, Mohammed Abdul Latif Jamil, president of ALJ, runs one of the world's largest car dealerships, with operations in the Middle East, UK, Central Asia, and China. A leading figure in corporate social responsibility, he has initiated a series of initiatives against poverty and has contributed greatly to the government's Saudiization program in the kingdom by promoting thousands of jobs every year through the ALJ community services programs. Abdul Latif Jamil is an MIT alumni, member of the Board of Trustees, and dedicated supporter of the Abdul Latif Jamil Poverty Action Lab, JPAL. He has been named Saudi Volunteer of the Year for 2012 in recognition of the services offered by the ALJCI in Saudi Arabia and the rest of the Arab world. Li Ka-shing, worth $26.5 billion. Industry, business. Country of citizenship, China. Li was born into an impoverished family in China in 1928. When he was 15, his father died, forcing Li to leave high school so that he could work to support his family. He took a job in a plastics company where he would work 16 hours a day. At this company, Li used to assemble plastic flowers. By 1950, Li had started his own plastics manufacturing company. His company prospered, which led Li to expand his business into many different fields. However, his successes are not all monetary. Li Ka-shing has a reputation for being honest and generous. In fact, he is one of Asia's most prominent philanthropists and has announced plans to donate 1/3 of his wealth to charity. Stephen Paul Jobs, 1955 to 2011. Worth $8.3 billion. Industry, computer design. Country of citizenship, U.S. Stephen Paul Jobs was born in 1955 and adopted into a working-class family. He grew up in what later became Silicon Valley. He dropped out of college because he could not afford to pay his tuition. In the late 70s, he co-founded Apple with Steve Wozniak and others, and proceeded to develop and market the first successful lines of personal computers. He eventually resigned from Apple over an argument with the board of directors in 1984 and founded Next. Apple's buyout of Next in 1997 brought Jobs back to Apple as its CEO. He was the largest individual shareholder of the Walt Disney Company and a member of the board. Jobs was admired by many for his entrepreneurial skills, his foresight, and his ability to create and support products that were both functional and aesthetically pleasing.
Okay, after listening to these 4 examples of people who came from poor families and now they became rich, okay, you can also think about other examples around you in your community and decide which qualities make them or made them successful in life. Okay, that is the end of our lesson today. Thank you and goodbye.